Welcome to Lemon Stream, where we feature stories of the unknown, mysteries, post-apocalyptic fiction, and other weird stuff. So settle in, get comfortable, get ready. Here we go. The New World. Chapter 26. The New World. Darren opened his eyes to see Joe sitting next to his bed. He hurt all over, but especially his head and his right shoulder. "Joe," he said softly. "Darren!" She delicately hugged him, smiling broadly. "What happened?" he asked. "Tyler showed up," she said. "With 12 of his people. They caught Mueller's men from behind. Not many got away." "The others?" "Ma and Sylvie are fine," Joe said, "and the kids. Stevie wasn't hurt. He dragged Michael off into the woods when he got hit. Looks like Michael has a leg wound to match yours. Sandy and Denise are going to take a little longer, but Sylvie says they should both recover in a while. Sandy was touch and go at first, but he's stable and getting stronger." "We didn't get to hug Sid," said Darren. "Maybe another day," said Joe, "but not now." There was a knock in the doorway. Tyler was standing there. "May I come in?" he asked. "Please," said Darren. Tyler entered the room and stood by Darren's bed. "Why?" asked Darren. "Why did you risk everything by coming? I mean, I'm grateful, of course. But why? This wasn't your fight?" "That's what we thought at first," Tyler nodded. "But as we talked, we realized just how short-sighted that view was. See, if they took your place, then we would be the obvious next victims, and there'd be nobody there for us. All it would have taken for evil men to succeed would be for us to sit back in safety and comfort, thinking it wasn't our fight." "In reality," Tyler continued, "it really was our fight. The future, our future, hinged on what happened right here. This was our battle. If this were lost, we would have been hopeless, and our loss would have been inevitable. But we also knew that a win here would solidify our own safety, maybe for years to come. This may have been a great turning point for all of us." We owe you a great debt," Darren said. I see just the opposite," Tyler said. "It was your determination to resist to your last breath that bought our freedom. Did you realize that you people neutralized almost half their force? Your defense was relentless. There wasn't much for us to do when we got here except to surprise them and send them running away in panic. About a dozen got away. We bandaged up a handful of others, ones who'd been injured, and sent them limping home. We were sure to fill them with stories about the hordes of people living up here. But that captain, that wicked fellow, I sent him to God's judgment seat." The following month, the two communities met at the old farmhouse down the road to sign what would be known as the Kenny Farm Accords. The agreement formally merged the two communities together and defined a commonly agreed government for the group. 2 weeks after that, Stevie married Mariah, a young woman from the other community. Sandy and Sylvie moved into the Kenny farm as soon as Sandy had recovered enough. Over the next few weeks, supplies, livestock, and equipment were moved from the Tyler's homestead to the area surrounding the farm. They resolved that in the spring, they would begin building homes for the new community members. The community would work together to plant the fields surrounding the farm. Other families began to show up at the community, and many of them were granted entrance. That little community, which was born in despair in a dark basement, was growing and full of hope. Their troubles were not over, but the hope that was born that day would carry them through every dark valley